If you haven't already, please take a second to like, subscribe, and hit the bell notification. Also, feel free to share the video. ICMTU stands for I Can't Make This Up, is a live comedy show hosted by AJ Dunk, spelled all caps. ICMTU brings people together from different backgrounds by sharing true stories that have happened in their lives. Today's episode shout out goes to the one and the only Freetown Road Project. It's West Indian cuisine located in Jersey City. So when you're in Jersey City, take a turn. If it's left, right, whatever it may be, you turn and go to Newark Ave, 640 Newark Ave, Jersey City, New Jersey, and stop by Freetown Road Project. The food is amazing. There's brunch specials. They have oxtails. Yes, they have oxtails. Chef Claude told me to let everybody know that they have oxtails. And yes, that is Chef Claude, winner of Chopped. So stop by there and let them know that your boy AJ Dunk has sent you. All right. Hope you enjoy the show. And now, please welcome your host, AJ Dunk, spelled all caps. Hey, what's good? What's good? How's everybody feeling today? We here. It's Thursday, baby. We almost through it. And then we're almost back to another Monday. Yes. What's good? What's good? How we feeling? That's right. It's spelled all caps. I got my brush. When I turn to one side, it looked like I don't have hair there, but it's all right. You know what I mean? We get in there. It's going to grow back. It's going to cover up. We're going to be right. We're going to have a wave spinning. We're going to be like, ooh. They're like, oh, can I touch your hair? I'm like, be careful only if you can swim. Because the waves might drown you, baby. Hey. All right. So we see what kind of mood we got going here today. Hope everybody else is feeling well. It's Thursday. That's all you can be is happy on a Thursday. Thursday. Come on now. That's what it is. Sipping from my boy Zip. Now, we know that nobody just clocks into work and then just, you know what I mean, just starts working. You got to get into work and get settled, get situated, and do what you got to do. So, while I have you here, I'm going to give you a second to go out and get anything that you want to sip on, get anything that you want to smoke on, and any people that you want to shit on, or if you have to really like take a boo-boo, this is your time to take that, okay? So go gather your sips, gather your smokes, and take your shits, all right? Because this is the time now where we got into work, and now we can stretch and get situated. So go ahead and do what you do while I get myself together so we can all do this together. All right. And while we're doing this, let me know in the comments what you sipping on, what you smoking on, who you shitting on. Let me know where you at. Come on, talk to me. I need to hear something. So I'm ready for y'all. Let's go. Ooh, the bass. Let me know in the comments. Talk to me. Let me know. Hey. Martinelli's life, the 5-day work. Okay. Get that. Get that apple juice, Martinelli. Hey, what's up, everybody over there? Appreciate it. Saying fire beats. People that are on Instagram. If you're on Instagram and you want to watch and comment, you can go over to ajdunk.com under the entertainment tab, or you can go to Facebook, or you can go to my YouTube page, whatever it may be. All right, you see, we rocking the green tie today, baby. That's what we doing. We got to go. Woo! You know what time it is. Put that watch on. Hey, put that watch on. Hey, yeah, baby. I got a nice cut. Appreciate that. I got a nice cut. Come appreciate that. Yeah. I just want to let the beat right out. Make you feel like you're on the beach and just. Hey. All right. For those that are still getting their sips, they smokes, and they shits, you can come on back. To the people that are sipping, and then the people that are smoking, you can, if you can't come inside with it, stay outside. Tell them to open the window and turn up the volume so you can hear. All right. And to the people that shitting, take your time. Ooh, lime green like the Yeezy. These stay like this though. You know what I mean? Good observation. Now, like I said, let me know in the comments what you sipping on. I like this. That Martinelli's, yo, that's some good apple juice. Tommy knew what he was doing on Martin when he did that. Agua, free air, the low cut. Oh, you shitting on the low cut? There's always one. There's always one that's gonna be hating. Noted. Got you. I remember that. So appreciate that, everybody. Thank you for coming here. We are in here now. What can we say? It's Thursday. What if you shitting too long though? If you shitting too long, then that means you need to change your diet. You need some more greens in your diet. Maybe you need some prunes. You need to get it moving. Stop all that fast food or whatever food it is that you messing with that's causing you to do one boo-boo a day. No. All right. Now, there's only one other thing that we have to do before we can kick this off for real. And that is get the intro supplied by the band, the one and only Salt Pepper Ketchup, spelled one word. We don't know who's the salt, we don't know who's the pepper, and we don't know who's the ketchup because you're all needed. That's what you get. And the one and only, my guy, Jesus from the Bodega on the vocals.
You know I can't make this up. Neither can I guess. That's why we have fun here. You know we can't make this up. Neither can I guess. That's why we have fun here. Yeah. I can't make this up, baby. Ya tú sabes, coño. Lo fuimos.
Welcome to another episode of I Can't Make This Up. I am your host, AJ Dunk, spelled all caps. You can find me at www.ajdunk.com. And from there, you got my Facebook, my Instagram, my Twitter. It's all located at ajdunk.com. And like I said last week, this week you can view ICMTU on ajdunk.com. So if you go to ajdunk.com and you click that entertainment tab right there, you can watch this live episode of ICMTU. Woo! we climbing, baby. We climbing. We ain't stopped, baby. You might have made it hit a couple rocks and slipped down, but guess what? We climbing, baby. Yeah, that's right. That's right. We in here. So thank you to those that are on Instagram. Thank you to you that's on Twitch. Thank you, YouTube. Thank you, Facebook. Thank you, LinkedIn. AJDunk.com. Everybody that's watching, people that are watching with their friend walking down the street on a late night stroll, people that's on the bus looking over somebody's shoulder, people that are robbing somebody's house and they just happen to have this on still. Stay there and enjoy the show because they might be going for a while. You got plenty of time to leave. Don't worry about it. Thank you to everybody that's tuned in. Now, all right, okay. Oh, look, what? LinkedIn? Yeah, that's right. LinkedIn. People like to watch on LinkedIn. Listen, you can work and open a tab. You can watch the show while you putting together your resume. What's the resume like? It's still growing, baby. Like what Fat Joe say? Today's price is not yesterday's price. Gotta let them know. All right. Now, I consider all my guests starting soon. We started, baby. We done started. Yes. I consider all my guests to be special. When guests are taking the time out of their day to be on an episode of I Can't Make This Up, how can you not consider them to be special? So, people, like I said, start making some noise. The one that's in somebody's house robbing it, make a little noise, okay? Just slow claps, little claps, little claps. But everybody else, put your hands together, start clapping. Woo! Woo! Yeah. Now, please put your hands together for my guest today, Kamaria Williams.
Hey. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm chilling. Thank you for having me. I'm so excited.
No doubt.
Oh, and it's Kamaria.
Kamaria?
Yeah.
Isn't that? Sorry.
Okay. It's okay. It's hard. It's a hard name.
How did I say it?
Kamaria.
Oh, you know why? You know why? This is my. I can't make this up, and I keep it real on here. I have a friend that has the same exact name as you, and she told people. And she told people that her name was Kamaria, even though
that's the other version. She's right.
I'm like, yo, just Kamaria, like stick with that. That's your damn name. Stick with it. It sounds better anyway. I'm like, yo. So as I'm saying it, I'm thinking and like that's exactly what happened. So
it's okay, AJ. Ooh, my bad.
Blackout. Oh. We here.
I'm back.
There we go. See, now we it's because I didn't say it right. That's why. So
it's the universe, like they're on my side. Now I'm saying thank you, AJ. I appreciate it.
All right, so tell us a little bit about yourself so we can get familiar for those that aren't from like I haven't met you, and for those that are watching. It could be their first time. They don't know me neither. So let's wrap. See what's up. How are you? Tell me a little bit about you.
I'm good, thanks. I'm from New York City, Washington Heights. I'm living in Burbank now. And I am an actress and writer and director. I shot my first short film about 1.5 years ago. And I've traveled to like 22 countries. I used to live in London. And now I'm living here in Cali. I lived previously also in Turkey and Egypt. And now I'm married, happily married.
Wow.
So I had a lot happen in the past like year. Yeah. So that's it. I love New York Giants football. I'm a New Yorker at heart. So Giants football. Giants, team. That's my favorite team. And yeah, I just do kickboxing, yoga on my free time. When I can, when I have free time,
Okay, I was with you until you started saying Giants, and then I I zoned off for a little bit. Then I picked back up when you were talking
Oh.
about kickboxing.
Are you a Jets fan?
To be honest with you, since they said you couldn't celebrate years ago, I stopped being an NFL fan altogether. Like
Yeah.
I've completely sat down. Kaepernick took a knee, and I took the remote and I turned it off. So
That's right.
I'm good.
Yeah, I wish I could have done that, but oh well.
All right, so just to there's always and I missed what hood it was. So I like to check in with my guest. I like because I get guests from all over. I get guests from across the water. I get guests from across the hallway. I get guests that are from all over. Now I'm repping Jersey City. Where is it that you are repping today?
Oh, I'm from Washington Heights.
Okay. You repping Washington
City.
Okay. All right. Okay. Try to get them cool points back from that Giants. Okay. All right. From that Giants. Yeah. Climb back up. All right. I understand. Okay. All right, Kamaria.
Exactly.
All right.
I try, try to be universal out here.
That's all we gotta do is keep trying.
Exactly.
All right. Are you ready for me to explain to everybody what is about to happen?
Yeah, I am.
Okay.
Can't wait.
All right. So, you that's on Instagram, you on YouTube, you on Twitch, you on LinkedIn, you on ajdunk.com. If this is your first time viewing, if this is your millionth time viewing, even though I haven't done that many shows, if you just like, hey, I still don't know what's going on, don't worry. I'm going to explain to you what's going to happen right now. So, your host, AJ Dunk, spelled all caps, invites guests on the show to share true stories that have happened in their life. Now, while Kamaria tells this story, I want you to comment. Comment. If you learning how to type, don't even worry about it because you could just keep typing, press send, comment. Because while Kamaria is telling this story, I'm going to be making my own notes and I'm going to be listening to the story and I'm going to be reading the comments because once the story's done, I'm going to be asking questions. Hold on, wait, what is that? Oh, yeah. Don't worry, everybody. You can ask questions too. So while you're commenting, comment. But if you have a question, put some question marks around that response, okay? That's so I can see it. So if it's a question like, does your green screen whatever it does your green screen whatever, yeah, just type it in and put your question marks after it, and if it has to pertain to the story, it could be potentially asked. 22 countries, yes, I noted that. I caught on that. One day AJ needs to publish that book.
Yes.
Listen, my notes are my notes. Don't cheat off of me. So, I have one last thing to ask you before you share this story.
Okay.
Right. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
All right. I just want to know, do you pinky promise that this story is true?
Oh, yes. I pinky promise the story is true.
Pinky promise.
Yo, I pinky promise. No lies detected.
Kamaria, if you will, please share this story.
Okay. So as I said before, I've traveled a lot. So I have like 1,000 stories. But this one is how I had to escape Egypt. It sounds worse than it was.
I know. I hope it's as worse as it sounds.
You're right. Okay, as you know, I'm happily married now. This is all in the past. but
Okay.
I wanted to work in Egypt, and it was really hard. Well, I wanted to work in India, but the company didn't want to accept me. So I just kept applying to a bunch of jobs, and I found myself. I didn't go through an agent because another agent, said they couldn't place me. So there was one potential job. It was in Sharm el Sheikh, which is basically, I think that's near Saudi Arabia, the other side of Egypt, like near the Sinai. So I couldn't get that job in time. It was like some schedule conflict. So I went to another job, but I did it through myself, and it was through a very sketchy company. So as soon as I landed, it was already a mess because I didn't have my right visa. So I couldn't enter the country. So my card got stuck in the machine, and long story short, I had to get a new card. I had no card in Egypt when I first got there. I had no working card because it was weird because it got stuck in the machine. When they took it out, they had to make a copy of it. And I was like, I don't want you making a copy of my, my card. But they were like, this is the procedure here. So I had to cancel it in case they stole my money. Then when I had to take I took a car ride. When I got to the hotel, when I met my new boss, they were like, hey, well, we need your passport to get your visa, to get your working visa. And I was like, no, sorry, my passport stays with me because I'm in a foreign country. And she's like, well, they also get things stolen here and all this other stuff. And, to get your visa, we have to take you to the embassy, and you don't know how to drive. You don't know anybody here. So I was just like, oh God, this lady. So I had to apply for my visa, and I had to show proof that I was working. You have 60 days, I think 30 to 60 days to show that you or else you get in really serious trouble. I mean, it's like a strict country. So long story short,
Trouble.
I was working with my boss, but my boss was like a player, and my boss, there were two bosses. There was a female and a guy, and they were married. But the guy one, let's call him James. James kept cheating on her with all of the workers. And then he was kind of hitting on me, like not hitting on me. He was being very blatant. And I was like, I don't think this is right. You're my boss. And he gave me special privileges, and we went out a lot, and everybody thought we dated or were messing, and I had to like nip that in the bud. And I was like, yeah, this is really, this is a very strange situation. I need to like get out of here. And I basically had to give in my passport, but it was hard to get it back for some reason. Like they were just fighting me on getting it back. And the other company that was in Egypt was like, hey, we'll take you if you need you. But I was like, but I can't go. I'm in Hurghada, by the way, the other part of South Egypt. But I can't go unless I have my passport back. Like, I mean, because when I was in the cars, there was guys with AK-47 stopping you, like, where's your ID? You need your ID on you at all times. And I was like, oh, I don't have my ID, I have to give it in for my visa. And they go, okay, you're American. And I was like, yes. It was, okay, you're fine. But next time you need to have your ID. Because they were like straight jacking people out their cars for not having IDs. Oh. So I was very pressed, and I was very nervous. And I kept arguing with my boss because I was seeing, he was like controlling, and I was seeing another guy who owned the club, secretly, because also if you're not married in Egypt, you can get in serious trouble for sleeping around and being a human. Like you can't go out, and not go out, but you can't really like do certain things and go to hotels, and because you have to be married. So we had to sneak around, literally sneak around, me and this guy who owned the club.
Sounds a little fun.
It was fun. It was fun. But yeah, now that's over. But my boss found out, got super jealous, started yelling at me in the club because we went to the club one night, and was telling me how I shouldn't be doing certain things. Also, I had a guy friend in my hotel room because they gave me free hotel rooms, and he was like, you're not supposed to mingle with men at all. I said, but I wasn't having sex with him. This guy is gay. Like, he doesn't like girls. He's like, you're not supposed to have any men in your hotel room. You're supposed to be with any guy. And I was like, you are not my man. You do not control me. You have a wife and a girlfriend. And then we got into a screaming match like one night, and nobody really screamed back at him because it was I had a lot of workers, right? And a lot of the guy workers to talk down to you if you're a female. And I literally held my ground. But he was like, you do not talk back to Egyptian men. And I was like, oh, yes, the F I do. I don't know how they do things here, but I'm American. And I talk back to anybody who the hell I want. I'm from New York. And it just got really bad. Yeah, so I got my passport back, and another guy jumped ship. Like he was Ukrainian, and he stole one of my other coworkers' stuff, and he left the country. But he could have gotten like his hand chopped off or something like that, something ridiculous, because you can't steal in that country. Like you can't do shit like that there. So everybody was like, he stole, and everybody's leaving and trying to escape. But some people were stuck by contract, and he goes, "You have a contract?" I said, "Fuck the contract. This doesn't mean nothing to me." I somehow got my passport back, and I snuck out. I didn't even tell him. I met a patron, like one of the workers. His name was, I can't say his name. His name is,
let's say his name was Veins. We got James and we got Veins.
Yeah, James, exactly. Veins. Yeah, and he was so sweet. And he's like, I'm in Cairo, which is like more north. He goes, come to Cairo and I'll take care of you. So I snuck out, didn't tell him I left. And I went to Cairo with my passport. And then I hid in his office, and he was working out a plan on how to get me to the other side of Egypt to go meet another person. And the guy messaged me, and I got so James messaged me, like my boss, like, "Hey, where are you?" And I'm like, not in that city anymore. That's all I said. He goes, "Oh," he called me, and you left, something like that. And I'm like, yeah, because I guess he owed me extra money, but I was like, keep it. I don't care. I'm gonna get the F out of here. Everybody's has crazy stories. So I literally went to Cairo. Then from Cairo, I went to Sharm el-Sheikh and went with another company. And by that point, I was so over everything and, just shaken up by just the craziness that ensued, that my friend messaged me and FaceTime me. He's like, "Hey, I'm in Miami. Do you want to meet up?" I'm like, "Yes." So I flew out of Sharm el-Sheikh, and the new guy who was so sweet and tried to take me in, he was like, "Hey, do you want to stay here in Egypt? I'll take care of you." I go, "Nope, I've heard this before. I want to get out of here. You guys are crazy." I got my passport back, and I left because my boss was trying to threaten, "Oh, well, you can't get your visa without me. You're going to be in trouble because my visa expired. And to leave the country, if your visa is expired, they will probably lock you up for not having the right visa." So I didn't get my work visa in time. And I was freaking out to leave Egypt, but somebody was working that day, was an angel, and didn't care, and saw my expiration date and just let me leave. And I got the F out of there. And I never went back. And it was just a crazy experience. And there was one night he yelled at me, and then another night he was just like, "Oh, come meet me somewhere." It was his girlfriend, not his wife. His girlfriend hit me up like, "Come meet him somewhere. He wants to see you." And another one of my coworkers who was protective over me, he was like, "Why does he want to see you this late?" And I go, "Yeah, that sounds sketchy. And his wife is not messaging me. It's his girlfriend. And he had a kid." It was the whole thing. So I got the F out of there, and I'm safe now. I never went back. I'm not saying it's a bad country. I'm just saying when I worked there, it wasn't the greatest. I literally had to get my passport back.
Yeah, don't talk bad about them. Your screen already went black. We don't want you to get disappeared. We don't want you to get snatched out the frame.
All right, bye, guys.
It'll be just that green screen will be like,
right.
Just like that. Look. Yeah, see? Yeah. See? Watch yourself. You don't know. You
wanted a story.
Yo, so this mostly like, so everybody now that we've heard, submit your questions. Please. Yeah.
Yo, that was
Kamaria.
I was just afraid of the government, The government could have gotten me in trouble, and I would have been locked up.
But you from New York, though. You from New York, right? Ain't you from New York?
Yeah, but I haven't been to an African jail before, or a
that was a check real quick. He was like, "Oh shit."
Yeah, I have to get out. And then when I had to do a layover in Spain, and this guy asked me 1,000 questions, and he's like, "Why do you have 2 phones?" I'm like, "Oh, I was traveling and I had to use one in one country." He goes, "Do you have a boyfriend over there? Like, how did you travel this far without any savings?" And I was like, "Oh, he was questioning. He had to test my laptop." Mm-hmm.
James.
Yeah.
Wait, so my man had a wife and a girlfriend, and they knew about each other?
I think so. That's a good question. I've never seen them together. They were both blonde, but one was like Russian or Ukrainian. Yeah. And the other one was like Slovakian. I don't know.
He trapped them hoes.
Yeah. Right?
Yo, oh my gosh. Yo, they're lucky they're allowed to come out the basement.
James was attractive. He wasn't attractive. When I first saw him, I was like, wow, okay, I can see why. Yeah.
I don't hate the player, hate the game. I can't listen. I'm
not my husband.
Yeah, he'll never hire a New Yorker again. He's like, where are you? You was so with the job. So with the job posting, well, I don't know if it was a posting, but with the job requirements, was be a girlfriend listed under one of those?
Yo, it should have been. It should have been, because I read that post. It was like, you're gonna be a dancer and you're gonna like travel and like go to different hotels and like work and get guests going. And I'm like, that's great. But then I'm thinking like, no wonder why everything is free and paid for. Gotta be a hoe on the side. Crazy.
Now, wait a minute. Because listen.
Okay.
You from New York, okay?
Yeah.
Right? Mm-hmm. Now, you haven't heard the slick talk from some of these people before, to where you read this post and you could have read it in like a New York accent. Like, yo, you come here, we're gonna dance. I'm gonna take you over, you gonna travel, ma, you know what I mean? Got a free metro card for you, swipes all day. Come on through, you know what I mean?
Free transportation.
Like right. You didn't think of it that way, because like they say crazy stuff in Times Square. They're like, oh, you want to be in the video? Oh, you want
right.
And you didn't feel that when you read that post, or you just
I didn't read it in a New York accent. I just read it and like it had a lot of exclamation points and like a lot of happy emojis, not emojis, but like it had like a happy like cadence or tone, excuse me, not cadence. And I was like, wow, this sounds really cool. Okay. And it was like Sunny, the something was Sunny in it, was in the name of the company. So I was like, oh, this is sunny and fun. And
yeah, Sunny was the name of one of his girlfriends. That's what it was.
Right. But another one of my coworkers actually had a baby with one of the other managers. Crazy.
And you were out there by yourself?
By myself, yes. And I had to learn Russian because he spoke Russian and there were a lot of Russian guests. So I had to like, Привет, как дела? Хорошо. Меня зовут Kamaria. Добрый вечер.
Wait a minute. Wait, hold on. Wait. Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. Hold up. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. So wait, how long were you there?
Shoot. I was there for 3 months, basically. Oh, I was supposed to be there for 6 months to a year, but I cut it short and went to Turkey after. I went to America, then Turkey after, because I was like, that was crazy.
Oh, okay, yeah. So you had to come back to America, and not even come back to like the north where it's kind of regular. You went to Miami, Florida, where the zombies really making faces and shit. You was like, you know what? I'm gonna come back here, chill for a little bit before I go to another country and start another.
No, but then I went to New York to reset and to make some money, and then I went to Turkey because it was just crazy. I couldn't believe.
Oh, you couldn't believe it?
No, yeah.
Yes, yeah. Please. Could you humor us? What kind of work did you end up doing? Like, was it what the post was saying?
Okay. Давай. No, I'm kidding. I'm just speaking Russian. Yeah. Basically, what I did was I wake up in the morning and I taught yoga and dance to people on the resort. So you know how you go to the resort and it's entertainers?
Yes.
I was one of the entertainers.
Okay.
But we were like slaves. It was actually slave work because we started working around 7 a.m. We did the morning stretching yoga, then we did dance, and then we did games, and we entertained people throughout the time, and then in the afternoon we practiced, and then at night we did shows for guests, and we had to learn like river dance and like a little bit of hip hop and a little bit of like ballet and random stuff, and I did belly dance a little bit, but they always had a professional belly dancer, and then at night we had to go to the club with the guests to entertain them again, and we had to sell tickets to get extra commission. So let's say you go, that's why I had to learn Russian, because I had to like schmooze the guests and be like, oh, привет, как дела? Like, do you want to go tonight, you know? And then you had to like talk to them and ask them to pay for these tickets, extra tickets on top of what they already paid for, and then you get a commission on top of that. You give him the money and then he pays you. Kind of like a fucking prostitute. Like he takes the money and he gives you a cut. But
Hey,
there
let
were
me
times
give you this $20 and you're gonna get the $20 right back to me.
or like 10 or 15. But there were times I would just I would just take the money. Like, fuck you.
Kamaria. Don't go nowhere without your husband no more, please. please take. I don't care if you go into the bodega. I don't care if you go into the mailbox. Take your husband with you, because I don't know where you're going to end up. All right, please take him with you. And then yes, so like, how long did it take you to learn Russian?
I started. Well, I just know really basic, but I started.
You know more than majority of.
It's funny because I practiced with a friend last night. I'm trying to record it for one of my reels, my acting reels. So it's kind of fresh in my head. But I started, I think like a month, 2 months, and you know the Russian alphabet is different. So when they explained it to me, they had to write it phonetically in the English way, and they had to do like the pronunciation, like kaktila. Like it's really like really rough sounding, and yeah, but Stiba, like double prashalawa, like okay, thank you, welcome, and you know all that stuff.
I know what that meant. Yeah,
you can do it. Come on, AJ. Come on, I can teach you. Ready? Previous.
No. Who? No. What?
Previous.
A pre-idiot. What you say? Yo, see? Oh man, look how you doing me. Look at that. See? Mm-hmm.
No, but yeah, it seems like a month and a half.
A month and a half to learn that? Yo, whoa, damn. Okay. Now I understand why you're going all these different places. You be like, all right, give me 2 weeks. I'll do this. That's it. That's cool. I got y'all. All right.
That's preachy. That's preachy. Yeah.
Right on. Sure.
I need to learn Spanish, man. Yeah.
Wait. Oh God, yo, it's like we going like this. We going like this. You know Russian, and then it's like, oh, you don't know gracias, de nada, hola. What? Oh my gosh. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
There is more to the story, but I have to keep it PG for the people. But when we meet in person, I'll tell you the full story. Wait.
You got to keep it. What people? What people? We done said F word and actual fuck on this show a couple times. So I don't know what you mean.
No, I saw
I'm like, Peach is listen. That's why I let the guests decide what story they're gonna tell, because then it's not like I'm forcing anything. It's like, okay, this is what I decided to share. This is what I wanted to say. Boom, 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 boom.
No, I don't mind. I mean, it happened in the past, and I'm not ashamed. You know, I'm gonna write my stories down one day. I mean, I was single, so it was just hard to find somebody and be discreet about it, so I don't get stoned for not being married.
I mean, that's
Yeah.
why. So it's not a place for singles to go.
You could, you just have to be careful. I mean, I would say more for females because, but that's what they told me, right? I didn't read this. Like, this is what the locals told me. They were like, you do this, you have to be very careful. This is not a joke. Like, you can really get, if they find you. That happened to me in Dubai as well. I didn't sleep in like Dubai. They were just like, hey, like you can't have men come into your hotel room. They literally told me that. Like, even if they're a friend, they can't come to your hotel room. You have to be downstairs unless he's your husband.
Wow.
Yeah,
Wow.
it's those countries, but it's fun. I would say go. It's fun. I mean, also see the pyramids. Who's speaking Russian? Давай.
Now you can speak Russian. Can you read it?
I can't read that alphabet. No, I have to read it phonetically through English alphabet.
Okay.
No.
Okay.
Neat. No, I can't. No way.
Now, I have to ask: has anybody popped up as a Kamaria Williams since you were giving everybody your passport? Has there been another one that has popped up with your name?
No, I've been really lucky. I got my passport back and I was like, I'm never giving it to anyone unless I'm going to the actual embassy. Like, I'm not going to give it to a sketchy like company to like say I'm giving you a visa. No, I mean, but to be fair, I'm not trying to be rude, but it just everything in that town looked sketchy. So even if you go to a legit place, it doesn't look like it's legit. So yeah.
So yeah, this is what I have to ask. What made you trust Vames? Because this person was like, hey, meet me in Cairo and I'll take care of you. What made you be like, you know what? I believe you. I don't know why, but I believe you.
Because he was connected with the police and he was connected with my boss, but he would come literally every other week because he would take a vacation because he was a businessman, and I got to know him. And I was venting one day and he overheard us arguing and he was like, are you okay? And I'm like, yeah, I need to get out of here. And he's like, I could do this. So I think I built a relationship with him. And he told me, like, he was like that guy, that Ukrainian kid that stole the stuff. I actually helped him get out the country because his visa was expired as well. And he stole. So he was in double the trouble. And he stole money from, I think, my boss. So he was in double the trouble. And he somehow got him out of there. And one of my co-workers who we stole from found his sister in Ukraine. And I guess she was in contact with him. So he knew that he knew that he was out. So I go, okay, he actually got this guy out the country. Maybe he can get me to the other side. I mean, yeah. So I took a chance. It wasn't like the best decision.
It wasn't the first chance you took neither. That wasn't the first.
Yeah.
That was like chance number 10.
I'm like, who do I trust here? I've only been here for a few months, but I need to trust somebody to get the heck out. I'm not Egyptian. I don't know Arabic. So if you don't speak Russian, I don't know how to talk to you, I mean, because they didn't speak Arabic. I wanted them to speak Arabic to me, but they only spoke like 1 or 2 words. I don't really know Arabic.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Now I have to ask this. Was there ever a moment when you thought you were not going to make it all the way to Miami?
To be honest.
Yeah, you got.
Slightly, yes.
Don't lie. You pinky promise.
Pinky promise. Slightly, yes. I was confident because I know I'm a determined person, but I was a little nervous because of the exiting the country. That was what I was nervous about. Yes, I was very, very nervous. I was like, they're probably going to send me back around and tell me to, yeah.
Okay. All right. He ain't put you on spirit, did he?
Pardon?
He ain't put you on spirit, did he?
Spirit, no. I would have never got out of there. Can you imagine?
That plane would
Yo,
have been there by accident. It would have been like, how Spirit get here? Oh, we keeping it.
we don't know. Yo, Spirit's the worst. Oh my god. Yeah.
All right. If anybody has any last questions, comments, concerns, whatever it may be, submit them now, please. Okay. So I want to ask you this. From the time that you came on this episode to the time that you leave this episode, how would you like the people to remember you?
I would like for everyone to remember me as an adventurous, brave person in spirit. That's it.
I think we have that on lock. that, that will happen for sure.
Yeah.
Oh, we've got another question. This is a good question. Now, if you're in contact with your parents, what did they think when all this was going on?
My dad didn't want me there, even though he gave us all Egyptian names. That's part of why I went there, because he's an Egyptologist. So he didn't want me there. He didn't even want me calling him from the Middle East because he's afraid of them tracking him. He's like a whole privacy concern kind of person. And my mom cried. My mom literally cried before I left. Like,
and what about
she didn't want me to
now?
go.
While you were there, were you in contact with anybody while you were there?
Oh, kind of. The reception is really bad in some areas. So I was in WhatsApp and Viber, but not too much. So I didn't speak to them too much. No.
Oh my god.
They were freaking out. I mean, not my dad. My dad is used to me traveling, but my mom is I'm her only daughter. So I'm both the only daughters. But my mom is a little bit more like, my baby. Yeah.
Kamaria. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. You hold on to that husband, okay? You hold on to that.
Oh yeah. We've inseparable for 2 years, 2.5 years. Yeah. Inseparable. We haven't left each other's side. We literally have been next to each other.
Yeah, you better not. Don't leave his side.
No.
Don't do it. Don't do it. Talking about even the reception was bad in certain areas. That wasn't on accident.
Right. Yo, it was like some witchcraft happening. There was so much happening. Like
James was like, "Hey, I'm gonna take these girls right over here where there's no service. Come on."
Right. Oh my God, one of his friends or managers took me to get my phone, so that was already sketchy. My iPhone wasn't working there, so I had to get an Egyptian phone. Yeah. It was sketchy. Yeah, I think I still have it. It was really sketchy. It was a really terrible phone.
This is what I will say. I'm glad that you're able to tell this story. Let's
alive.
Right.
Yes. I'm staying in America.
Now, on a vote, would you say recommended to travel there?
Depends on the city. I would say still travel there. Don't listen to me. I had a crazy experience, but do it. Go to Cairo. Go to Giza. Go to the pyramids. Go to Sharm el Sheikh. It's really nice. It's like the Vegas. It's like Vegas, like mini Vegas there. It's beautiful. Hurghada. But yeah, definitely still go. Yeah.
Okay. All right. I'm still and make sure everybody do your research. Do
your research.
Like she says, go, but do your research. Because you might not all make it out the same way. So
right.
do your Googles.
But now, I spoke to some people, they had reviews, and I reached out to them. They said they had a good experience. So I guess it's just me.
They were made to say that. They have to say that.
That's true. Had a gun to their head. See that you like it.
or they'll come and get your ass too. Cut off
Right.
all the internet. You'd be like, oh, what happened? I don't know.
All right.
Oh, okay. So if you have anything coming up, any projects, anything like that, can you let the people know, like your Instagram where they can find you, all of that?
Sure. I have something coming up. I was in a thing called Bride and Zoom. It was filmed over Zoom. That's gonna come out soon. So if you just go to my Instagram, it's my first name Kamaria _ my last name Williams. You can find me, and we can just talk, hang. I follow back and whatever. I love meeting new people.
Don't hang out with her unless her husband's there. People, don't do that. Okay.
Yeah, he has weapons, so he knows my story. I tell him everything.
I'm saying that because I don't want the people to get lost in some place. Like, who knows where you end up with them? You'd be like, yo, I just
Who's Russian stuff? I don't know how to read the Russian alphabet. I can't read the Russian alphabet.
That's how we do here. We welcome people. You understand? You know, comprende?
Ruski, no, meat.
All right. So before we say goodbye to you, are there any last words that you would like to leave with the people?
When people say why, say why not. I don't know. I'm not that funny. Why not?
Why not? Because your ass could get your head cut off.
You could, or you can live.
Or yeah. Why not see what it feels like? I understand.
Stop killing me.
All right. Thank you for that story. I appreciate it. Anybody that takes time out of their day to come on an episode of I Can't Make This Up, I honestly greatly appreciate it, because time is not something that you can put a price tag on because you can't get it back. Like, you give your time, and I appreciate that greatly. So thank you.
Thanks for having me.
Stay
Thank you so much for having me.
Stay safe. Not just with everything that's going on in this world, but the way that you be navigating. Stay safe. All right?
Yeah.
All right. Take care. Oh my God. What? Yo. Nope. Nope. No. Honestly, if that was like a cousin, daughter, auntie, whatever it may be, I would probably be happy that she didn't have service, because then I would hear all the things that's going on. I'd be like, no, what? Passport? Russian? What? No, I can't do it. Okay. Before we get into what we have learned today, we got to take votes. All right. Now, if you believe that this story is true, let me get an all caps in the comments. Let me get an all caps if you believe this story is true. Now, if you believe that this story is fake and Kamaria just went to Miami, did not even go to Egypt, doesn't really know Russian, let me get a naho. So, again, if you think this story is true, let me get an all caps in the comments. If you think it's false, let me get a naho. All right. Now, let's see what we have learned today. Today, we have learned that if you travel somewhere outside of this country and somebody asks for your passport, you better make sure that that passport is on your hand, okay? Do not give somebody your passport if they're going to walk away, okay? Because I've been witness to Somebody like a younger kid being like, yo, let me borrow your ID to get into the club. And somebody gave them their ID and they didn't see him again. So imagine what they'll do with a passport. Everything will be a double. You don't think cloning is out there? You watch, you will find out. So make sure that you hold on to your passport when you go anywhere outside of this country. All right? Now, thanks again to everybody for tuning in to another episode of I Can't Make This Up. I appreciate it. We've gotten all caps for the story. Yeah. Yeah. Thank you to my guest, Kamaria, for taking time to share that story and to relive that shit. Cause boy, not I. I won't be working. I see that post. I'm like, ha ha, psych, not me. So thank you again for sharing that story. Thank you for everybody that took time tonight to tune in to another episode of I Can't Make This Up. Again, my name is AJ Dunk, spelled all caps. You can find me at www.ajdunk.com, where you can find sketches, stand-up, soup of the day. You can find older episodes of ICMTU. Make sure that you subscribe. Please hit that subscribe button. That's so you don't have to text me and say, oh, I didn't know you had your show. If you hit the subscribe button, it will let you know that we have a show. So please, please, please subscribe. And on ajdunk.com, you can now watch live episodes of ICMTU. So come on now. All right. And also go to ajdunk.com, go to the contact page, and you can sign up to be on the email blast. I'll send you notifications once a week. I'm not going to take over your email address. It's not going to be flooded. So make sure you do that and you will get updated on what is going on. So again, thank you for tuning in. My name is AJ Dunk, spelled all caps. Don't forget, laughter is always in style, and let them know, man.